Hello there folks, I'm Dan Brown from Sort of Interesting, and this is a quick look at, well, a day in the life of me, Dan Brown from Sort of Interesting. Obviously on board good old Tilly the Narrowboat. This is a video I've been asked to do a lot, and for quite a long time, just a general sort of day in the life on board the Narrowboat. And it's a tricky one to call really, because I've tried, even today, this is about the third or fourth time I've tried to do this introduction video, as it's so difficult to try and really sort of say, right, this is specifically what you do on an narrowboat in a day. Because, well, obviously there's an awful lot of variation and an awful lot of different stuff that can go on. So I thought, basically, I've been doing a few bits of filming along the way today, as I've been doing my various, well, day-to-day life. So, obviously, we start off by waking up, and, well, I've had a nice bike ride this morning. Then I had to get back to Tilly and move along a little bit. Well, we are now one chimney cowl down. Yes, unfortunately I strayed a little bit close to an overhanging tree, which not only knocked the chimney hat off the chimney, but also had enough force to snap the chain it was attached to as well, so that's always some fun and games. So, apart from losing my chimney cowl, everything went to plan and I ended up here, moored up right next to Ellesmere, and well, when that's the view through your window you can't really complain. Absolutely fantastic. So it's still a little bit steamed up there from dinner. So then I had about an hour spare, so, well, an hour spare before dinner time. So there's my current makeshift writing table that I've created. And basically, you may know, as advertised in the window, that I've written a book about living on a boat entitled The Narrowboat Lad. Check it out on the Kindle. Massive shameless plug there. So I'm currently trying to write the sequel. It's not really a sequel, but trying to write another 2 books at the minute. So as we've got a boat, if you can just see through the back window there, approaching. So that's what I was doing for a while. Obviously, once I'd moored up, chimney cowl or not, I needed to get the fire going. Ignore that, that's just purely for decoration, a terrible decoration at that. So, well, like I say, sat here, writing away, you've got the crackling fire going, and it's just absolutely perfect. So then obviously it was on to dinner time. It's just gone 12 o'clock and I'm not a huge dinner sort of person, so I've got myself a bit of porridge. Of course, I've got myself some delightful golden syrup to go with it. So I thought that'll do me for me dinner and I'll have something better for me tea. So, well, that comes up to the boil, to be gently simmered for a few minutes after. And that is what we are talking about. That's some honest food right there. And, well, like I say, sat here listening to me podcasts on my phone. We've got a few little bits and pieces waving around here because we've got a procession of boats going past. So yeah, after dinner, wash up and all the rest of it. And then I quite like to have a sort of afternoon stroll. I try and go on 3 walks a day or little bike rides. So that's first thing in the morning, then after dinner, and then just in the evening, depending on the weather. And that's basically to just give me back a little bit of motion, because I do get a terrible back if I sit down, write and read or go on my iPad for too long. And, well, obviously it keeps you nice and fit. So I headed out looking for a new chimney cowl. Just a point of note here, this is just another one of the random little paths around Ellesmere that lead on all these little walks through just very small patches of woodland and hills and that. This is Ellesmere Marina. I had a quick look in there for a cowl, but no such luck. And, well, I'd just like to say, how fantastic is this for a walk to the shops? Popped in there and got myself just a salad pack to have with me tea tonight. And, well, I really like when I'm at these places that I don't normally moor up at, to just generally get out and wander down all the different roads like you saw there. And there is the mere of Ellesmere itself and some of the locals. And then after about an hour or so, I'd say I added a few little twists into my route. As you can see now, we're returning back triumphantly to Tilly. And like I've said so many times on these videos, I mean, just look at that through view. Absolutely fantastic. And, well, of course now it's getting to proper autumn and, well, as you can see there, it just is starting to look that proper sort of gold fantastic colour. Although I don't like the way the chestnuts are falling out of the trees and landing on the roof. So that brings us up to date with where I am now recording this video. We're halfway through the video, bizarrely. So it's about 3 o'clock now. I think I'm probably going to spend the next hour or so doing a little bit more writing, as seen to my right hand side. And then I shall, well, get the tea on the go, and, well, then we'll see how the weather is and how the rest of the day progresses. Well, it's 4:30 and getting a bit chilly, so I'm going to stoke the fire up properly. I've just given it a good clean out. Got some wood at the back, so I'll build a little fire up and get that going and start making me tea. We've got the fire absolutely roaring. For the time being, because it's not so cold that I want the fire to be absolutely boiling hot, I'm just going to use it to heat up some water for washing up after, rather than do the actual cooking on it. For a little bit of pasta, chilli and garlic sauce that I've got still from the other day. I've got a few other sauces, but we'll use up what we've got open. And then I thought a few wraps and some salad. So that looks like a nice enough well-rounded meal to me. And, well, if anybody says any different, then I'll just ignore it. Well, that's looking just about ready to me. I think that'll do us just nicely. So, as if standing here washing up and that being your view isn't amazing enough, we've actually got some sunlight and blue sky up here today. So, I think I'll head out for a little walk in a bit, and probably just take a rubbish bag down to the Ellesmere services, which I'll show you after. So, I thought I'd take this as a moment to throw in a few thoughts about day-to-day narrowboat life. As you can see some lovely smoke drifting past the window there, giving you that sort of classic canal feeling. So yeah, obviously this is just a random day plucked out of thin air that I've decided to do this video on. And obviously there's a lot of days where I don't move the boat at all, so you don't have that thrown in. Obviously over the summer you don't have things like the fire to concern yourself with, and you'll have all the doors open and it'll be beautiful weather and it's just perfect all day long. You spend most of your time sat on the stern or sat up on a chair in the bow there, and it's just fantastic. And obviously then I try and do a few longer trips just for the sheer joy of being out boating in the perfect weather. Then obviously you've got things like wood cutting that needs to be done. I've got to do a lot more wood. I've got a lot in the front that's cut to a decent size, but need to just trim them down a little bit more to go into the fire here. And it's things like that that obviously, I mean, that'll probably take me about 2 hours to go through all the wood that's at the front, so I'll be absolutely worn out. And obviously at the minute I'm trying to get this writing done, so that's what I'm doing mainly in this video, whereas a lot of the time I'll be doing videos, I'll be doing other sort of general bits and pieces of trying to create something and put something back into the world while I'm on board. And like I say, because I'm trying to get all this writing done, that's taken away a lot of my longer bike rides and longer walks that I've normally done. Say probably 2 to 3 times a week I try and do a good 15-mile walk. Whether that's just simply walking from the boat a long way back into town, or biking from the boat up to my friend's house, or whatever. I try and get some proper sort of decent exercise in. So ultimately, day-to-day narrowboat life can vary absolutely wildly. I mean, there's some people who literally travel 10 hours a day for 5 days a week and things like that, which after my first 2 weeks on board doing that to get Tilly back, that was my fill of serious long-range travelling. But that's just another example, and obviously you've got things that you want to be sorting out under the deck at the back with the engine. I mean, for example, turning the handle to force a little bit more waterproof grease into the propeller shaft. Things like that that you just want to keep your eye on. And then obviously you've got like cleaning to do and general maintenance and making sure everything's all good. So I thought I'd just take this moment now in the middle of this video again to just randomly share a few thoughts and give you a wider variety of what might be going on in narrowboat life in general, not just this, like I say, completely random day that I'm filming on. So, with the last light of the day and that brilliant sunset, I wandered down to the services, and you can access them from the road. This is obviously where you would moor up your boat if you wanted to fill up with water, empty your toilet, or take rubbish to the bins, which are just behind that fence there, which is what I did. So, amazingly, I've only been out for 40 minutes, in which time it has gone from, well, normal light to literally very dark. And if I point the camera into the boat here, you can see when I say very dark, I mean very, very dark. And this really is the ultimate way to end the day. Just milling about on the iPad, sending messages to people, and, well, candlelit boat for a few hours, and then I'll enter a few words into my diaries, and that will be that for the night. So I've got me diary entries written for the day and done a little bit more work on this absolutely lovely notebook with my name embossed on it, and hopefully this will become the third Narrowboat book that I release. Like I say, I've still got to write the second one though. And well, it's about time I got myself to bed. To get ready for night, it's a simple case of putting the chairs up the top corner there, and well, that still gives you access to all of the kitchen and the cupboards and the cooker and everything. And then put the sofa bed cushion down, and well, at the minute I'm only using 2 blankets and my pillows, and well, sat next to the fire, we're more than toasty and I'm waking up in the night sweating. So that's my simple bed setup at the moment. If you've seen some of my older videos, you'll know that originally there was a big sofa bed here, and I've just kept half of it and taken all the frame and everything else off board, as when I was doing some decorating and needed a lot more room in here, I dismantled the sofa bed to give me some workspace, and then realised over that period, hang on a second, I don't need any of the stuff apart from the cushion. And well, I've never really looked back since. Although now I've had the idea of my writing table, so I don't really need all the chairs and all the room down here, and I can use the space up the top where the chairs currently are to make myself a nice little corner for writing with a proper desk and that. I may well fetch the sofa bed back at some point. And well, if I say it's always handy to have a full-size double bed that folds out into all of this room for when people stay on board, if you know what I mean, then I'm sure that you get the gist of why that might be desirable. But I have got a camping bed away in the cupboard here, and well, I suppose really that brings to an end the day in the life of little Dan Brown on his little narrowboat. So I'll say thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like the Facebook page, and well, make sure you check out my book, The Narrowboat Lad, on Amazon. And well, until the next time, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you around soon. But now, it's time for bed.